All right, and we're back.
Hello.
It's only been a week. We're finally on schedule. Things are running smoothly.
Well, if you saw the last episode, it's only been like a day. Right? It came out yesterday, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it did. It
yeah.
premiered yesterday. We're literally 24 hours removed. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I figured out the reason it didn't upload on Friday was because of that screensaver thing. If the screen is not active, it will not continue to process the video.
See, I didn't think it would. I thought it was gonna have to be like open and stuff.
Well, I would have assumed like if the computer is like running, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then it was just like that screensaver of power. Because it was a power saving option instead of a screensaver option. So every 15 minutes, it like goes into that power saving mode.
Gotta love eco-friendly
Yep.
stuff
So
nowadays. Speaking of governments pushing things on us, check this new thing out. It doesn't really actually compute to what I just said at all. But so a petition has been going around America urging the government to give $2,000 stimulus checks monthly to taxpayers within certain tax brackets. As of today, we now have 2 million signatures on this petition.
Really?
The government has no choice but to recognize it at this point. There's 340 million people in America, so that's like what, a third of a percent. It's getting there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you look at the overall voting population, it's probably half of the total population. So it's like you don't expect so many people to sign something.
Right.
I mean, I think we're one of the only major countries who hasn't done a monthly payment plan throughout this whole pandemic. I mean, Canada, a bunch of European countries, Australia, all of them, they've been doing monthly payments and shit. And it's like, on one hand, it's like, okay, do we want to run up the deficit? That's really not the best thing to do. But on the other hand, they give out trillions in a blink of an eye to these corporations, like how they immediately put $1 trillion into, basically through the Federal Reserve. It's quantitative easing. So they pumped $1 trillion into the stock market when it was crashing. Back last year when COVID really hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they did that in a day. You know what I mean? It takes half a year to give the hardworking people of the country $600 or $1,200 or whatever it was.
I was driving around with my dad yesterday. We were in the car together for like 4 hours. Because just times weren't adding up, and then I got on the pike and I missed my fucking exit, and I had to go,
did Taylor call?
Oh God!
I had to go back to Sturbridge.
Oh, you were that far? Oh,
She always interrupts her.
Oh no, actually my
Travel.
dad was talking. We were in a deep conversation, and it was funny because we were talking about how the government seen the opportunity to capitalize on the road system and created the pikes.
Oh, yeah.
So we were literally talking about how we have to pay for these roads to be built. We have to pay for our cars that we drive. We have to pay for the fuel. And now we have to pay for the road that we use.
Yep.
And there are so many places where this road can let you off, but it decides not to. Like I missed one exit and I had to drive an extra 30 minutes.
I was going to say probably another 25 miles to that next exit.
Exactly. For what?
Yeah, right.
Why are you locking people in on this fucking
Hay road.
Like,
Fleecing your ass.
Just put more tolls and more exits if that's the case. Like, I would rather have, if they're like, I mean, it's not like they do anything. It's not like you have to stop and pay them anymore.
Yeah.
Just put a couple more of them up with more exits. That way, like, if somebody misses their exit, what if you're that guy who's like, oh, I can do it. I'm, the exit's 3 miles away. I got 8 miles left on the, my thing says 8 miles left in the car.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna push it and get off the exit and go get gas.
Yep.
But then they somehow, because Google Maps messes up or something happens.
Yeah, they can't get over in the lane.
Boom. Now you're stuck. 5 miles away from one exit and then 20 miles away from the next exit on the fucking pike.
And the next rest stop's like 50 miles away.
Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You got to call and pay
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Bail
You
your
gotta
ass
call
out.
AAA, which is owned by the government.
Well, also, speaking of the government, like with all the debt, don't you love like us in our society when we get debt? If we hit so much, people collect or bankruptcy.
Oh yeah,
This
they
and
come
that,
after you
or
at
they
heart.
come after us. They start taking our shit because of our debt, but yet America just keeps racking and racking.
To that
Oh yeah,
point,
it doesn't
like,
go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, and it's to the point where it makes you really question, is like, does the deficit and does the debt really even matter? Because
So-
it's been like compounding for 20 years, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's like,
Well, have
longer
you
than that, but
seen
it's,
you seen the chart that shows the wealth of countries and how, like,
How do we bring it up?
for like a while, chart of
somehow
countries' wealth.
Bing became, so we have Google Chrome, but somehow Bing became the fucking default.
I did that.
Oh, you did that?
Yeah, I did that.
It's just so
Um,
backwards.
I did that because I really don't stand for the amount of control that Google has. Even though I have a Google Pixel phone,
Yeah.
and it literally, like, you know what I mean? Like, Google runs everything, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, isn't
I
Google
called it-
or YouTube a Google platform?
It is. It is. So I figure if we use Bing, it's one little stab. It's just one little stab, you know? Like, we gotta stand our ground somehow.
Yeah, true. Fuck the man.
And I don't want to be that guy using DuckDuckGo.
Oh
then
my
that's
God.
just like,
Yeah.
what are
Russ-
you doing, bro? Like, what are you hiding?
My mom's on DuckDuckGo. She's like, I don't. It's like all the censorship. I'm like, dude, it's not that deep. Like, it's
Bro,
that
she,
deep. But
I seen her the other day, and the first thing out of her mouth was about she's trying to, you're going to Cape Cod soon.
oh,
Yeah. What's
She-
going on, bro?
she's tripping on that. So, I had an offer to potentially, a job out there. My cousin's, basically his best friend owns Holistic Health Group, which is
Okay.
one of the bigger dispensary companies out in
Weed
Massachusetts.
dispensary? Oh,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Yeah, so they have like 4 or 5 locations, and they're in the process of building, one up where my cousin lives, and he was offered a manager's position in the dispensary,
Nice.
and he's basically like, it's a shoo-in for me if I wanted to, go in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, at my current position, it's not
Yeah,
really
like
worth
you're-
my. I want to like build up more knowledge before,
Right.
because I would be pretty much going there as a manager or above, you know what I mean? And I'm not at that
Right.
point.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, it's like you're kind of building a foundation
Yeah.
right now. you
yeah,
know?
exactly. So yeah, I told my mom about that, and she was like, "Oh my god!" So backstory on her: she had the opportunity before she met my dad and all that to move out to the Cape, and she chickened out. So she holds on to these regrets. So she's like clinging on that. I mean, there's a chance I might, if I get offered hella money in like a year or two, because my cousin's starting
Yeah,
at
why would you pass
80K.
it?
If he accepts that job, he'd have to quit his real estate job, which he's making good
He's
money
doing
on that.
good there, yeah.
But there's some issues, so he might accept that, but it's 80K for managing that
so
dispensary.
he hasn't even fully accepted
No,
it
he
yet.
hasn't yet, but
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
like,
she was like, yeah, he's all excited. We're, his cousin's out in the Cape, and, I was like, oh, that's really cool. He hasn't brought this up yet. I can't wait.
yeah, it's like,
Wait, so
Is
is that when you left for the weekend?
yeah, so we went to go visit I have 2 cousins, well, multiple cousins that live out there. My one cousin, who is in, basically a rehab center. So we went out, me, my mom, my uncle, and my little cousin. We went to visit her. She's been there for like 5 months now. Doing pretty well. Wanted to visit her. My other cousin lives like 15 minutes away from the town she's in. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna sleep in this fucking hotel with my mom and my cousin and my uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, like, especially my uncle's fucking weird and like, I don't have to share a bed with my mom and all that. I'm 25. I'm like, my cousin's got an extra room. I'm gonna go stay
Yeah,
with
you're
his
good.
ass.
You can take care of yourself.
Yeah, but it was a nice time. Yeah, we fucking.
Oh yeah.
I brought him out some weed and shit. Carried on the cousin
Cousin's
push. Yeah.
Yeah, cousin's good.
Yeah.
CK.
Yeah.
That's gonna be you now. Ty the CK. We'll call you Tick. Ty CK. Yo, that's your new
Yeah,
nickname. You're the Tick. You're the Tick. You're the Stick, and I'm the Thick. Thick, Tick, and Stick.
Oh god.
Yo.
Forgot to put that in the description of this episode.
Yeah.
Thick, Tick, and Stick.
Hey,
I like
speaking
it.
of intros, didn't you want to start doing something? Mention our names.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an idea I have because we're still early into it, and as we get like more viewers, we want them to be able to catch on to who we are, within the first few episodes. Because like when you go to our page, there's 8 of them now to choose from.
Yeah.
Most people are going to the bottom, right? We can see that. It's tied for our second second most views. But as that progresses, that's gonna fall off because it's as we get up to 12, the first one, the bottom one they'll see is 4. You know what I mean, and so on and so forth. So, I want to for a while continue to do about like maybe like interview each other a little bit. You know what I mean, like like Tyler, fucking make sure we actually discuss who we are. And we can do it in simple ways. Like the better we get at it, it won't even be like we won't have to think about it. It'll just be a way we communicate, and exactly. Like
it'll be good for like guests too, because it's like gets us better at like interviewing and like bringing stuff out of them. Because when we have other people on, it's going to be obviously more about them and like bring stuff out of them than us. Because we always have that. Right.
But yeah, exactly. So like for a while until we have like a decent, like a decent viewership, and it'll just be another part of the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm with it. With that said, my man Jesse.
What's up?
How long have we known each other now?
Pushing 5 or 6 years, isn't it?
I want to say 6.
I'm good on that. Took my one-hit wonder. Yeah, but yeah, it's basically when I
No, it's 2021. I came here in 17. Right?
No, I thought or was it 16 you visited? Because I know the first time you met me when I was broken on the couch.
Yeah. Well,
you came with Roy.
How'd you guys meet? Like, what's the initial visit for that?
So originally, Roy and I made a trip up here to visit my dad.
Okay.
I hadn't seen him since I was 13.
And how old were you when you first came out?
I was 18.
Okay.
Or no, 19? Maybe I was... No, I was 20. I'm tripping. 21. I was 21. I was 21. I remember now. Yep, it was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 21. And I came up, visited, and got a hold of Bobo, Olivia, who, when I was a kid, my dad dated this woman, Jen. She had a son, Jake, and a daughter, Olivia. Olivia was great friends with Courtney, which he'll elaborate further on that eventually. But I hooked up with her. I knew her, my whole life, and pretty much as a kid. So we all, I hooked up with Bobo. Bobo took me and Roy down to Courtney and Jesse's place.
Okay.
So we went over, smoked, hung out, and he was pretty much just comatose on the couch.
Pretty much. So
I really didn't even recognize him the next time we had met.
Oh, really?
Which is pretty spontaneous. I had moved up here, and I had lived a few different places. I was working for Axiom Landscapes and Home Improvement at the time. And I was just a grunt, I didn't run the company at this point. So, just hanging out one day. I came home from work, and this dude's on the back porch, hanging out with Jen, having some beers, and did my thing, came out, started hanging out.
I don't really remember that much of that. I remember more of just me being comatose on the couch the first time. But yeah, that's when you moved up in there, and then I always just went to Jen, like after work, had a beer, hung out. Because I was living up at my sister's 40 minutes away up in Worthington.
Mm-hmm.
Because Corey and I split at that time. Compared to the first time he met me, I got hit by a car back in 2016.
Shit.
Just jaywalking. after school.
Drunk.
Wasn't drunk, but I was actually going to the ATM to get money to go to the bar. A local town brew practitioners. You know,
Oh,
they
yeah.
moved on.
Shout out.
Yeah, I heard they
Yeah.
are out of Florence now.
Oh, they
Yeah.
got good beers, man.
Good beers, and
Yeah.
it's now being taken up in Agawam, I believe, or Chicopee. One of
Yeah, I
those.
thought I saw it was
I'm all
Agawam.
set.
Yeah, one of those. But anyways, it was a thing. You know, some of the teachers would meet there every Friday after and just have a beer or two. And I wanted to get cash, so I was jogging towards the road, was looking both ways. You know, there's a red light to my right,
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw a car way, like an eighth of a mile, probably, by Friendly's. Just past.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, so
So
I
they were
was,
a decent distance.
yeah,
They were flying then.
I was crossing in front of Cumbies, because I was in that parking
Oh,
lot.
okay. No, you're pretty close.
Not really. They're doing the speed limit, which is 25 miles an
True.
hour.
Well, yeah, true. They had to have been.
And I was jogging, so it was. I was like, all right, I can do this. There's plenty of time. No one's coming from there. Red light, like I said, a car way down by the bank. And there's a parked landscaping truck where I finally came out into the road. And that car that was way the fuck down there was right the fuck there.
Shit.
And being in mid jog with my left elbow up, just went right through the windshield. And I got
Oof.
flown like 25, 30 feet. Just fucking, I did some kind of backflip, front flip. I don't remember. I do remember.
Dude, you were so lucky you only destroyed your left arm.
Yeah, like if I was a second faster, I could be paraplegic from the waist down. Like if she probably actually clipped me on my legs, my whole world would have fucking changed.
Or if you just landed wrong.
Anything.
Yeah, well, I
That
did.
was-
I
that
did
was a
break my
gnarly-
foot.
That is
I
a
mean,
gnarly
yeah.
fucking hit,
Yeah,
dude.
oh yeah, that's fucked.
But upon impact, going through that, you know, smacked the ground,
End table.
did my rolls.
Right here. I need it.
Yeah, I did my rolls. Immediately got up because I was completely conscious through the whole thing. So, still hitting the ground, I knew I was in the middle of the road. I'm like, this is not a good place to be.
Conscious. Say conscience?
Conscious.
No. Conscious.
Conscious.
Conscious
Can I
is
finish
when
my
you're
story?
in.
Come on, dude. You.
Conscience is when you're talking about it like in in a different tense. You know what I mean? When you're conscious, that's present.
Well, you got me high, so deal with my very well put together vocabulary. Come on, you play it
One
out.
hit from weed is like 5 Bud Lights.
No, I took 2 hits of that.
yeah, this is the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Fuck.
did it. That did it.
Anyways, I immediately got up and walked off. You know, the girl who hit me pulled over. She was fucking freaking out in her car, screaming, doesn't know what happened. Like,
She's like, I'm going to fucking jail.
I don't think she knew she hit me right off the bat.
She's like, you wasn't in the crosswalk.
Oh,
motherfucker."
yeah.
No,
She was screaming at you. You were just so dazed. You thought she was trying to help you out.
No, she didn't really know it was. I was the one that hit her. She probably thought it was someone else just checking up on the accident. She didn't know she hit somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was just freaking out, not knowing what happened, and her windshield is now shattered.
She had to know she hit something.
After coming back to it, yeah, but it was a 19-year-old girl who I also believe she was probably on the phone. Because if you also didn't recognize you hit something.
Yeah, no, that's.
But I'm like, you know, I was calming her down. I'm like, are you okay? She's starting to calm down. She's like, what happened? I'm like, you just hit me. But she started calming down. I explained she just hit me. And I was like, I'm going to go sit down now. I know you're okay. You know, and Brooks was already, calling 911 and shit. Even though in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm good. I walked here. But my adrenaline started going down, but I still wanted that beer. But, yeah, about 10.
Wow. Wait a minute.
It was a long
So-
day at work, dude.
How many screws did you end up having in your arm?
I'll get there.
No, hold on. Real quick, just say that. How many screws?
Shit, 9?
9 screws.
In
This
his
man
arm.
needed in his arm. He consoled the girl, tried to get his beer before realizing that you needed 9 screws in your fucking shoulder.
Oh, it was a
Bro, priorities.
6-inch.
Let me just say,
It was a 6-inch plate too.
the fucking brain is so powerful, dude.
Yeah.
You still tried to get your beer.
I had a broken foot too, by the way.
Jesus.
I didn't know that. But dude, adrenaline, man.
Yeah, you were in
Yeah,
shock.
that's wild.
Uh,
That is absolutely wild, dude.
But yeah, it got to that point. Started wearing off, obviously. The pain started coming too. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go sit down on that rock. Place blows up with police and fire department. They're checking me out. They're like, yeah, you're going to Bay State. Like, you're just hit by a car.
Yeah.
And I was, at that point, I'm like, yeah, let's go. But, yeah, I shattered my humerus from just being the impact through the windshield.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the pictures of the x-ray.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see those, dude. That's
Yeah.
gnarly.
But, yeah, got shipped out to Bay State. They took the x-rays. Shattered my humerus up at the top where the ball fits into the socket in the rotator cuff. And broke my foot, I think upon landing of being tossed in the air.
So
I'm sure.
to circle back, yeah, we when I met him, dude, he was literally like comatose.
Yeah, leg was up.
Oh, so
like,
okay.
I
So
literally,
that's
So
okay.
like the next time I met him, it was like the first time meeting him
Yeah.
for me, and he kept swearing that I met him before, and I'm like, man, you were there? I really don't even. I mean, I remember somebody being there, but I don't.
He was
You
just
know what I
that
mean?
fucked up. Well, I thought when you said coma, I thought you just because you were smoking and shit. I'm like, oh, I thought he was like,
Well,
you know,
no, he was
high as
on,
fuck,
he was
like,
on
but-
medication, dude.
Well, I didn't realize that he had an accident.
Bro. So,
Yeah, I mean, you got a picture of me. I'm
Hey.
just in PJs, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Punched
all
up,
fucked
leg
up
was
now,
up,
yeah.
just like.
tell him about the card tricks.
Oh, at Jen's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think that was also the first day, or within the first few times we started hanging out. This guy's like, yo, I do card tricks. I don't even remember exactly. You might have already been playing with cards.
Yeah, I think I had a deck of cards in my hand
Yeah.
for some reason, and then
But he was showing me the card tricks he knew.
Ah, yeah.
And was it $10?
yeah,
Yeah, it was $10. And which one was that? The world's fastest hand.
No, it was
It was guess my card of some sort.
disappearing your card. And, oh, it's the 4-card trick. Was
Yeah.
it that one?
Yeah, because it was. The
No. No, I know which one it is. It's a numbers trick, right? Where I can't really give it all away, but
Yeah.
it's pretty much you pick out a random card, and then you put it anywhere in the deck. I shuffle the deck, and then eventually I'll see
Hey,
your
hey.
I'll lay them out, and then I'll be like, all right, I bet you,
Yeah, it was
the
like
next
that-
card I flip is your card. I'll
Mhm.
leave some in my hand. So you think I'm gonna flip another one out of the deck, and it's real smooth. It's all about the communication.
Do we have a deck of cards?
I don't know. I
No?
have a few at home.
No, I don't think so.
I'll bring some sometime to show you. So I was like, I bet you $10, and he was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And and when I say it, I bet you $10, and I flick the deck just to make it really think I'm going out of the deck, and then I flip the card because it's already out.
Yeah.
You definitely you're looking at it. You know what I mean? Like it's your card's already out. So when you think I'm gonna flip it from here, you're like, fuck yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know exactly what card you had. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like it's
It's
all in the
illusion, yeah.
yeah.
Baiting the mind somewhere else. It's like,
But yeah.
But this
He
motherfucker.
fucking did that to me. Bet $10. I paid. I lost the bet.
Straight
and
up.
And he almost didn't want to take it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, dude, bet's a bet.
And yeah, that was the first time I really respected him, man. I thought that was cool. Yeah, he went straight into his pocket. He was like,
Yeah,
I was like, nah, man.
Nah, you totally.
I felt bad. 'Cause
Yeah.
it literally, All right, so when I was locked up,
Mhm.
I would do that to new people with commissary because they had no idea. You know, they didn't. But
Yeah.
once you do it to somebody, it's a
Yeah,
wrap.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I didn't have fucking commissary. You know what I mean? For the
Mhm.
longest time, and I never had commissary, but maybe once. I took care of myself from hustling, card tricks, you know, getting medication, you know, catching them in my throat, going back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Breaking them down, shoving them through doors and shit. I went through all that bullshit, man, just to have extra fucking food.
Yeah.
But yeah, those card tricks to me was literally a way to defend myself, not a way like I wouldn't do that to some, you know what I mean, to a random person. Like I was just doing the card trick, and you know, he just happened to actually pay me.
Yeah.
But even though I was like, no, dude, like
Yeah.
it's fine, you know. But he insisted.
You straight hustled me.
He insisted. Yeah, but honestly, it's not like I was trying to get the money out of you.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
no.
I just want. It was just a way to do the trick. And
Yeah.
I could have
Get
said
some more
$1.
involved.
I should have said $1,
Mm.
but I said 10 just because you know, he has this thing about he doesn't give a shit about money at all. You know, and I completely can stand for that. Like, there, you know, he'll just fucking. Maybe not so much anymore. Maybe you're a little bit better with money. But back then, he didn't care. He didn't give a shit. I'd be
I
like,
still
man.
don't. I am better at budgeting.
Yeah. But
Like,
so I was like, fucking 10.
I made a football. You know, the paper footballs
Mm.
out of a $100 bill one time at Pudge's, and we were playing with it,
Yeah.
and it got lost.
Oh
It
my
didn't get lost.
I knew where it went
Yeah.
because I always flicked on the last stroke when we were done. I usually just play with dollars,
Mm.
It
but
didn't
I
get
would
lost.
flick it where, you know, whoever finds it keeps it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a game.
Yeah.
I would just watch it and go right for it. Like I'm not even. You know what's crazy? He's Jewish. Biologically, this man is a Jew. So the fact that he's overcome that in his head and is a normal person. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh Jesus. Cancel
It's
number
it-
17.
Yeah.
It's in my history, but we don't celebrate it. My dad is Catholic.
Mm.
On the Christianity side, I know there's just somewhat of a difference.
Well, you can't say he's Catholic on the Christianity
Yeah,
side.
that's why. Yeah, see, I already fucked it up. But he's a Christian. We'll go that route. See, I don't even really know what the big difference is. I know there's
Is he like
slight.
Presbyterian or Baptist?
Yeah,
Baptist or Presbyterian?
Baptist.
Baptist. That makes sense. Yeah, they play a lot of music and very uplifting.
We were
Your dad's
baptized.
such a sweetheart. Man, his dad is one of those unique people. First time alright, second time I met his dad. First time I met his dad, he invited me over for Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Second time I met his dad was at Thanksgiving. And
We jammed out.
he asked me to come up and jam with his band. They didn't have
I
a drummer.
remember it.
So, and I didn't even know their songs. I was just playing basic stuff, you know, going with their rhythm. And, you know, I know how to play the drums, so, like, it wasn't like I was too far off from what they needed.
Yeah, yeah.
So it worked out pretty good. And it was really awesome to play with them all, because they were, you know, it was like early 70s music, and real mellow, like real
Nice.
chill. And,
Easy chords.
yeah, they're all, you know,
Yeah.
and these were all, like, band players, or like church band players. You know, they play for religious reasons, I guess.
Well, they play with the church, but they are their own actual like separate brand, where they just do
Oh, yeah?
covers, during the
okay.
gigs that they go to. Like they've gone to the Summit View for those types
Oh,
of
nice.
gigs. Yeah,
That's cool, man. Yeah,
They-
so
they like doing the outdoor bars,
Oh,
but they
dude.
don't like doing the indoor bars because of the crowd and shit. Unless it's like the Legion or like those where they'll have that similar crowd for their music.
I just want to say, Trailer Trash can go fuck themselves.
I don't know why people are so hyped.
I don't know.
No,
Never
they're
heard of
fucking
that shit.
douchebags. Every
Are
one
they?
of them. Especially that lead fucking singer. I literally got really upset at him at one point because there was this, you know, they played a song specifically for Maria, and you know, it caused a very emotional response. And, you know, we were all consoling, and there was a big circle, and everyone was hugging and everything, and then, you know, we got around in a circle, and everyone's holding hands, and meanwhile the fucking band is doing sound checks, and
oh man,
and what got me to snap was the lead singer made a comment about like how they're professionals and something else, and I broke from the circle, and I went over and I pointed right at him. I was like, dude, if you're a professional, then read the fucking room and shut your mouth.
all right. I mean,
Like,
people are more
people are
passing.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And so there was a few things that built up to that. When the lead singer got there, first thing he says to Courtney is, so these are the words out of his mouth. So why am I even here?
Really?
Didn't even know what the fucking event was for.
That's fucked up.
And then tried to dispute the fact that she paid him more than, so they usually take $1,000 deposit.
Mm-hmm.
She gave them half, which is 13. So 26 for the 3 hours.
Mm.
He made her go back over almost a year into her bank statements to prove that she paid him what she paid him.
Wow.
At the event. At the fucking event.
Jesus.
It, oh, I mean, right at the end, after I had done that, he had, you know, he didn't apologize, but he made it clear that like he, you know, he didn't realize what was everything that was happening, and you know that he made a few statements, you know, that were kind of like, you know, I hope everyone's, you know, okay, and you know, the mourning and everything. You know, he was touching on that, but dude, I was just so fucking angry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still
I was
disrespectful
angry.
either way.
Like I was crying too. You know what I mean? And like he just hit me, like what he said at that moment. I was just like, man, like can't you see what's going on in front of you?
Yeah, right.
Shut up. If you're a performer, you gotta know how to read a room, dude.
Know why you're there in the first
he sounds
place.
pretty selfish. He wasn't reading
He's
the room.
He's a
I mean,
fucking
yeah.
douche.
I mean, he's just there for
He's
the bread,
literally a
obviously.
fucking douche, dude.
Yeah.
He's a fucking douchebag.
Money hungry type
Yep.
guy. Doesn't give a shit.
He made the comment like 3 different times about how when they usually play there, it's packed. There's chairs all the way up right to me. Like
Right.
usually there's cars all the way along the route. Usually there's people dancing all throughout the field.
Does he know about COVID?
Yeah, he kept saying that, you know, this is our second show, and he made one comment. He's like, yeah, we can't wait till next weekend. We got a wedding to play, and that's indoors.
Oh.
Wow.
Like just disrespectful as fuck.
Yeah,
This guy's
that
a real
is super
tool.
disrespectful.
Disrespectful
Damn.
as fuck.
I never liked their music. Everyone's always like,
They
oh,
always
they're
play
coming around.
They play the same bar shit that any other fucking garage band plays. And it's all fucking half-ass country music. He thinks he sounds good, dude. He's fucking, like, I was listening. Alright, he sounds good when you're drinking. But goddamn it, you go on Facebook right now and listen to them videos. He sounds terrible. He was drunk.
Probably.
He didn't give a fuck about what was going on. It just made me so
I mean,
upset.
if you
Like,
don't know
dude,
why
you got
you're there.
paid 26. Your band got paid 26. You got $500 in your pocket walking out of here.
Yeah. Just for what, 3 hours of your time?
Right.
Yeah, and it was to celebrate someone who actually liked them.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I
Even
would
though
assume
Maria
so.
liked the trailer park.
Yeah.
As soon as they come around, she was
Trailer
always
trash.
fucking trailer trash. She was always getting tickets, you know, inviting Courtney and I. You want to come? You want to come?
Yeah, it was upsetting.
We were just probably down there smacking him in the face. Now I know who you are.
So we turned out pretty good. Oh, check this out. So there's this we were having this raffle, right? There's this big ass raffle. So I got $20 in tickets. 20 tickets. I walk up. As soon as I got there, I seen this box with an electric pressure washer in it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, or, you know, it was a electric pressure washer box. I'm like, fuck yeah. I get my tickets. I throw like 2 in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm walking down the table and I see $200 tattoo appointment with Vinny.
Really?
So I'm like, well, goddamn.
2 more?
No, I put all 18 in. Legit. I put them all in.
Send it. You're like, I wish I
Right,
had those
right
other 2.
before the drawing, Lindsay comes up. She buys tickets and puts a whole bunch of tickets in there. She won the $200 thing. I won the pressure washer. But wait a second. It wasn't a pressure washer. It was a box of fake flowers.
No way.
Swear to God.
Really?
I walked up. They opened the box, and it's literally a vase. The vase is nice. It's a very nice vase. But a fake flower bouquet. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? But I was okay. It's all right. It went to a good cause.
True. But
You know,
Whoever thought of that, if that was Courtney, props to her. That's awesome.
I was quite upset. Everyone was laughing their ass off. No, I was laughing too. You know, it was.
yeah,
it
I
was-
mean,
but I was like, damn it! Like I really wanted that fucking pressure washer.
That's good. That's awesome.
Got me.
There's a good joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Tyler, I like your shirt.
thank you.
That is.
It's, I don't know if the people can see it. Elon Musk from Joe Rogan's first episode.
Miles,
With him.
baby.
Yeah, we got him smoke the spliff.
These are good.
Oh yeah.
I don't eat munchkins, barely ever.
So from before, we were talking about some sort of wealth chart.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I found this, which is kind of interesting. It's like this. Get it's a little difficult, but yeah. So I
Whoa.
mean, it kind of shows like a breakdown of all the countries. I mean, it's from 2019. I tried finding one from 2020 or 2021, but
There's one that's it's like straight bars across, but yeah, this is a good representation as well. You see that like, oh wow, this one's totally. Oh wait a minute.
yeah, I think it goes by year. So that one's from before.
What year is that? 1 year ago.
Visualize.
Look for the bar graph. Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Is it this one?
Or or that one. Yeah, either or. I think this is the one I was talking about. Yeah. No,
Oh, that's about
that's not
that's
it.
from a while ago.
It's, richest countries. So we're looking for a wealth graph. That's weird.
I mean, this kind of encompassed it for the most part. It's
Yeah,
sort
I
of
guess
wealth.
so. Yeah.
I mean, 105.99 trillion for the United States, which is 29.93% of the total below.
So
China's the next closest with 17.7%.
there's a lot to be said for that, you know,
Oh,
because every time money is needed, we just keep making it. You really
Yeah.
don't think the rest of the world's government has a problem with that? I don't know,
mean,
man.
They all have their own
Like how
Federal Reserve banking.
I don't
system.
understand where is it coming from? Like where is the value? Is it because
Well, I mean,
And where is it gonna go? Like we just keep adding the debt. Are they eventually gonna come in and just start taking over and be like, we own you
dude,
now?
hold on a second. What fucking debt? What debt?
I mean,
I don't know, because they're always still White House is
We
always
control the largest value. Dude, don't you understand how stocks work in a company? America is a company.
Yeah.
The world is now a company because of these major corporations running it. We hold the most shares, dude.
yeah.
How are we in debt?
That's not a
Well,
question for me. It's a question for our government.
We're in debt technically. I mean, well, we're in debt to other countries too, but like we're also in debt to the Federal Reserve System. I don't know. I mean, it's like it's all meaningless though.
Exactly.
I mean,
it just doesn't really make any sense.
Our currency. I mean, so our currency is technically considered a fiat currency, meaning it has no technical backing. Like back, even before like JFK's days, we had a gold-based currency, so our dollar was backed by gold reserves. But basically, the Federal Reserve System chipped away at that, and basically they're the ones who, when our country needs money, they print it out, and that's what compounds on the debt. So they're like, oh, we need $1 trillion for this year's budget. You know what I mean? So they're going to print that out to the Federal Reserve, and the income that we take back is supposedly what chips away at that deficit, but it's all meaningless. You know what I mean? It's like the money means nothing. It's just like this value that we assign to it as a society, because there's nothing behind it.
True. But that's all right. So that's the point that I'm trying to get to. Is like, is it because United States, like, we don't even make the most things in the world, not even close. We have the worst education, not the worst, but we have we're very low in education. What is it because our military?
I mean, part of it. I mean, part of
Russia,
it. I guess.
Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, so we can't really base it off of that because we know Russia's military is at least at par with ours.
Yeah. Well, this could be more speaking towards like individual collective wealth as opposed to like within like our country's value as opposed to like our import. You know what I'm talking about? Like how our country makes money as opposed to how our individuals make money. Because like individuals make money and they funnel it through like corporations. So they don't, I mean, they're paying taxes, but it's like I mean that's how we generate a lot of the revenue for our country. But I'd say the wealth collection is higher than what's collected back at this point, especially through corporations. It's like Amazon pays $0 in taxes every fucking year on billions and billions of revenue, and then it gets split up into individuals who then they do pay taxes on it. But it's like, I don't know.
Hey, can we look up the debt side?
How much debt we have?
Not just us, like even worldwide.
Total global debt.
Yeah.
It should be good.
The fact that they can just print out money whenever they want, almost.
That's what I'm saying. So there is no debt. It's just a.
Yeah, I mean it's just a.
It's a fucking.
Continue to rise, basically.
It's a fable.
At over $246 trillion, global debt is now just $2 trillion shy of all-time high Q1. I don't know if they have anything more recent. Yeah.
So, how is this created? How is global debt created? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? Because what is it? Because like we, dude, we're protecting most of these countries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, decent bit. And they,
So,
I mean,
what do we take money from other countries, and then siphon that into lesser countries, and that somehow makes our country more profitable?
I mean, not necessarily. I'd say that's more outgoing than ingoing. I'd say like the money spent on other countries, I mean, is more for that like alliance stance and that military stance because, I mean, like that picture showed, we are the top dog wealth wise. So, the global economy basically runs through us. Even if we aren't the biggest exporter importer, like we basically just control. If something were to happen to the United States, it's going to affect every single country in the entire world. You know what I mean? It's like anytime something bad happens here, the stocks crash and global markets crash. It's all tied on us. It's like it's basically this giant interweaving web. It's like we're all codependent on each other in this way. So it's like when times when certain trade agreements might not have. That's like the big issue that Donald Trump took up with a lot of countries is like our trade agreements were bringing in a deficit as opposed to bringing in money and stuff. So
Bringing
that's kind of a
profit,
way we're
right.
losing money. I mean, I'd say the majority of how we make the money in this country is just off taxes and that's the main basis, because it's like the global, like, the government isn't technically responsible for like manufacturing these items. I mean, they set contracts with companies, so they'll have like Lockheed Martin make all these jets, and then the government will have this contract to sell those jets to another country, and then the company will recoup, the government recoups. It's like this whole fucking the government and these
So we're just
businesses.
a middleman.
For a lot of stuff, yeah.
And COVID did show to a lot of the unknowingly society out there that are, what's it called? What you were just explaining.
The trade agreements.
Yeah, the way we run our country is just so fragile.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
And when COVID hit and everything was shutting down, like, that hurt
Oh,
our
yeah.
economy.
yeah. I mean, because it was like,
Then everyone's like, shit.
I mean, it was a massive, because that was something that like basically crippled all the key,
Yeah,
every
that
country.
whole
So,
web.
I mean, if we're cutting, we were cutting off imports and exports from basically every country. So like we can't send anything out, we can't get anything in. So I mean, that's gonna definitely, fuck up every country's economy if you can't get anything in and out. So yeah, I mean, just a lot of that was exposed, because like I said, it's all the intertwining web. So it's like if we're all feeling that pressure, it's all gonna be. I mean, everyone's like I said, everyone's gonna feel that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can they
It's wild how
can they
it's all.
just, they can keep my portion of the stimulus check and just put in an account for me for retirement.
No, dude, do that yourself.
I am
or
doing that.
take the money and
Mm.
invest it.
yeah,
I am doing.
true.
I have retirement, but
Don't let
like,
them do nothing for you, dude. Nothing will get done.
Mm. Yeah, I mean that's another thing is there's a lot of dependency on the government. It's like
yeah,
Exactly.
when
So
most
that's
people
good
that
then.
try to collect their social
Look at
security
welfare.
at the end of the year.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, welfare as a whole.
I've been wanting
Yeah,
to
I mean,
start investing, haven't yet.
You got to get into crypto, bro. Dogecoin. I'm telling you what. I've doubled money, dude. Its stock has doubled since I've invested. I bought it at like 14 cents, and it's up to almost 40.
Yeah, Brooks is trying to get me to do the what is it, Robinhood?
oh god.
Yeah, I
Going
use
around with that.
crypto.com. I'm not friends with Robinhood. I don't think. I tried to use them, but they want a lot from me. Yeah, look, 38 cents.
How much you put in? 14?
How much? They were at. It was 14 cents when I bought
When
it.
you bought it.
Mm-hmm. It's just gone up and up and up.
You take that alpha brain yet?
Yeah, it took two.
Yeah.
You feel any of it?
I mean, I feel good. I mean,
Well, yeah. It's not like it's not like a body thing. It's like a.
well, yeah, yeah.
You kind of
just feel
like
clear.
there's something happening.
Did you
It's
feel
like,
anything like up here, just kind of like waking up? Like a little
Maybe
I mean,
it's
yeah.
a little too early, dude. How long has it been? Half hour?
It's
Come on,
usually half hour does me
Yeah, but you're a stick boy.
in.
This is Tick Boy.
All right,
Yeah, it's
thick
been
boy.
40.
What?
What time frame would you say?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah, about an hour.
Yeah. All right.
About an hour.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty clear. Like, feeling a lot more clear-headed than I was before. I think, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think smoking doesn't necessarily help because it's kind of like competing.
You'll your buzz won't last as long.
Mm.
That's for sure. I'm glad
Yeah.
you used the paper. I brought papers because the blunts are kind of.
I brought last year's. That's what's
Oh, okay.
left of the purple
Oh,
that I
purple
did.
Lamborghini.
I still have that whole jar you gave.
Really? That hurts my feelings.
I'm
a
sorry,
little
dude.
bit.
I don't want to smoke it.
Why? You didn't like it?
Well, it's just super dry. And, yeah, no, it doesn't really taste that good.
Was that the purple, right? I
don't
gave
know.
you 2 strands.
I sold one.
I think you sold the purple.
And
Because
then,
I kind of remember getting butthurt over that. Because that was the better stuff. I think that, out of
no
all...
offense, man, but,
It was my first time, man.
I mean, I tried it.
I know,
I didn't like it.
Sorry, we're gonna have a good harvest this year. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're coming up.
So, after this, I gotta run to Chicopee real quick. I gotta drop something off to my buddy, and then
Are you bringing him, or are you coming just yourself?
what do you want to do?
I gotta go to like Walmart and shit after, so I'll probably just go myself, I guess.
Okay. Well, definitely GPS it before you
Yeah,
get up 143 because it was service.
Yeah, just text me the address or whatever in the group chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Word.
This motherfucker's coming up, finally look at the guide.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got big things going on. Big things.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
May. It's almost time. Put it
Yeah.
around.
Go.
Then you can actually talk to landlord. 'Cause he hasn't really told me much if he's.
Hope he's not
How much?
drunk. He's always drunk, though. No, Adam's great. He's just sloppy fucking drunk.
He
You
was-
better never touch my kid again while he's drinking either.
He was doing a bunch of yard shit when I left, so.
I know he's gonna listen to this. Adam, you're drinking, bro. You just stay funny. No touching. Dude, my kid hit the ground from 6 feet in the air after hitting her head at school the day before and having a headache
man.
for. Yeah, dude, we even took her to the doctor because her head was hurting her so bad.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't think we were even gonna go up there
Mm-hmm.
because of her head, but she really wanted to see Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
This fucking guy drops her from 6 feet in the air, right on the fucking deck.
Man.
It was carpeted.
That meant nothing.
A little bit.
No, it didn't.
Dude,
It's like a 1/4-inch carpet. It'd be like hitting one of these sound panels. Get out of here.
that's still better than hitting just the wood.
If it was
A
ground,
little
though, if it was the ground, it wouldn't have been.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, she
No, it's
freaked
pretty hard.
out, and then he kept like, and it was fun.
This got turned into fajita
I sure did.
for like a solid minute.
Not a minute.
30 seconds.
Not even, dude. I just fucking told him get the fuck away from her and
I know.
pushed him
there
one
was
time.
still.
Then I walked around the table.
Yeah, I know. Then he tried still following you a little bit. And everyone's like, just give him space.
I mean, it's just dad mode, man.
Mhm.
I had to
Yeah.
watch my daughter get dropped by a fucking drunk. Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
true.
I mean, it's not like I'm mad about it anymore.
No.
You know, but I just, he just better know. Everybody gets one, you know?
That's what Spider-Man said.
That's right. It's very fucking real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because after that, you're just disrespecting me. No, that's how I really feel. Like,
I know, yeah.
you know, like, I don't, like, I can get over anything. You know what I mean? The
Mm.
first time. Well, not anything. There's a couple things that I definitely can't. Or I just, choose not to. But, yeah. Everybody gets one, man. And then after that, that's disrespect.
Were you coming up?
And even if it's disrespect in the first place, I'll figure, if I find out it's disrespect, then there's an issue. What would you say?
But yeah, are you coming up after Chicopee? Or are you just...
I mean, I'd like to. I mean, I don't.
You're more than welcome. I don't know what shenanigans is happening up there. Knew Shalon was gonna go see her friend in Hadley. I don't know if they'll be there. But yeah. Well,
Yeah, I gotta work in Wacona tomorrow, so I won't be able to stay out there too late. I mean, I only gotta.
Yeah, I got OT tomorrow. Yeah.
You you just running a Walmart?
Yeah, pretty much.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, what else is new? Anything exciting this past week?
I mean,
So, Tyler, good friend of mine. Give us a little bit of your story as a kid. What are some cool memories you had?
oh man.
What's the first thing that comes to mind? Is like a really fun memory from the age of
8.
Around there.
I mean, we got one of my favorite memories in the summertime. My cousin that I just went and visited, so he's always lived out in the Cape. And so his dad and mom lived out there. My aunt Marianne and his dad, my uncle Chris. His mom is the one who's actually related to us. But his dad always had like these really awesome jobs at these really prestigious golf courses out there. He's always been like the general manager, the guy who basically is in charge of the entire golf club and course. So they always had money and shit. So we'd come up to visit in the summertime, and they'd have this big ass house, and they'd have like go-karts and golf carts and shit, and we just like whip them around, and it was just a fun ass time. The parents would just be off doing their own thing, like having some beers, they had like a fire pit and all that, so they'd be doing their own thing. We'd be fucking just being kids, and like all his homies would live in the neighborhood. Because that was one thing I never had growing up, was like I had no kids in my neighborhood. Like I didn't have any kids in my neighborhood until I was like sophomore in high school.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't really like fuck with them like that. You know what I mean? Just weren't my type of people.
I never had that problem. I was always surrounded by kids. Even like in East Hampton, there was always a group of people out.
Sense. Yeah, it's pretty because East Hampton's pretty like compact like that. Where I grew up in Florence, so I was kind of like on Florence Road.
Oh yeah.
Kind of on my own place, but so it'd be like going over to all his friends' house and have like 30 people playing Manhunt and Pitch Black and shit.
I love
all that.
Yes, dude.
Oh yeah.
That was my shit back in the day.
Just like all black, but you won't find me in this bush, you won't.
Right, whoever invented Manhunt.
Yeah, that's true.
Good one.
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was super fun back then. We used to, my brother and I, we used to have fucking BB gun wars.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. And still to this day, for the rest of my life, I'll have a scar in my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
I can see it from here. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Where, so we had just watched Tomb Raider, the one with Angelina Jolie, right? This was a good story. So we had just watched Tomb Raider, and Zach and I had we had a whole bunch of different BB guns, CO2s, just spring loads. Well, we had just gotten a second CO2 pistol, so we had 2 at this point. And I wanted to use them so bad because I watched that Tomb Raider movie and I thought it was so fucking cool the way she used those guns, jumped out from the side of the wall. So I thought I was setting Zach up, right? Like we start out in the field and I get back to one of the sheds and I'm like hiding against the side like she was, and I'm looking over the edge. And I see him run to the other side. And I didn't think he seen me. So, I'm like, I was going to do like a jump out like she did. So I'm like this, and I was going to jump out and try to shoot him.
Yeah.
Well, he had that gun probably pumped legitimately 50 times. And he knew exactly where I was. He was waiting for me. So he was baiting me while I was trying to bait him. Didn't work. So I jumped out like Tomb Raider, boo, 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 and he just took that one shot. And before I even hit the ground, I was like, we fucking ran up to the fucking porch, dude. I had a little bit of blood coming down, but the BB was stuck. Or it wasn't even a BB, it was a pellet.
Oh, yeah.
It was stuck in my arm. So he grabbed a pair of needle-nose pliers, because I was starting to yell for Mom. He covers my mouth, grabs the needle-nose pliers, pinched it, and just pulled it right out.
Oh, God.
Just boom! And I was like, oh, and he covered it with his thumb.
Pat your ass with it. This is war, we don't tell.
Yeah, right, straight up, man, straight up. Oh, it was so funny, though. My sister got a car given to her. It was she was like 15. She was gonna be turning 16, and so she wasn't supposed to drive it. But she would drive it around, and somehow like one night there ended up to be a fuck ton of change in the car. So my brother was like, "Yo, man, let's go pull out all the change in her car, and she won't even know, you know. She was probably fucked up or something, you know, they have no idea. So, I was like, all right, well, there's more pennies. I was thinking to myself, there's more pennies than there are silver ones. Mind you, I'm like 7 years old. I didn't know the difference between the value system. He's like, yeah, I'll take the silvers. You can have all the brown ones. There's way more brown ones. I'm like, oh hell yeah, dude. It took him maybe 3 minutes to pick up all the silver ones. I'm in there for like 10 minutes, picking them all up. You know, I got my shirt loaded, and I dropped a fuse. I get real mad. He's laughing his ass off, sitting on the trampoline, counts it out. He's got like $5. Takes me like an hour to count it all out, and I probably had like $1.30.
Oh man,
I was pretty pissed. Because then he explained to me these were all one, and then he tried telling me that all of mine, or he was like, you know, I'm Zach now. He's like, yeah, see, these ones are worth 10, this one's worth 5, and this one's worth 25. He was trying to explain it to me. But I was thinking he was lying to me. Because my brother was an asshole and always lied to me about shit. And he was like, all right, I'll bet you all of your money against my money that I'm right.
Oh, no.
So we went to my mom. She counted out the change. She was like, Zach has more money. So he got my pennies too.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yes. You see why I got trust issues?
No, he made you also do majority of the work.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But we picked up all the change in the car. Yeah, he got me good.
Yeah.
He did that a lot to me throughout life. He did. It's good to have a big bro. Keeps you humble. Especially when he's twice your size. And, you know.
Yeah.
It's weird because, like, I've like, unintentionally, what's that word when you make people feel uncomfortable physically? Intimidate. I've like unintentionally intimidated people and like noticed it and been like, why the fuck? What you know? And then like to know that and then to realize that like he intimidates me. You know, it's like, there's levels to this shit, man. There's always a bigger fish.
Oh yeah.
Always a bigger fish. It's so humbling. It really is.
Yeah.
But then again, my middle initials are KO. So then it's like I'm destined. Zach's noodled me one time. So we only had one pair of gloves. One set of gloves.
So you do the 1-and-1?
Yep. He took the left and gave me the right because I'm better with my right. I'm like, I want the right because you're going to beat my ass anyway. So we were going at it. You know, he tapped me a few good times, and there's this one moment where he threw the left hook, and I stepped underneath it and came in with my right and hit him right in the side. Like, perfect shot right to his stomach. And immediately, like, it hit him, you know? In that immediate reaction, he just steps like this and just right on the side of my head.
With the other hand?
No, with his left.
Oh, okay, yep.
Like, you know, like he's another level fighter. Like, I hit him and he just steps back and dude, it didn't knock me out. I can visually remember everything. I lost full control of my body. Full control. Complete noodle. I fell into the door. I remember the knob being like right here on my face, and I was like trying to grab it, and like my legs were folding down. Like, these are my legs, this is my head, this is the door. I'm folding down like this. I'm like, my neck is, I'm trying to like scratch the door like a dead cat or something. And freaking, so he starts helping me up, and he's like trying to pick, and I'm just, it took a good like 30 seconds for me to finally come back through. And it was the only time I've ever been hit like that. And, bro, that was wild. Which is nuts because him and I have sparred many a times, and It just I don't know, he hit me in that perfect spot.
Yeah. It's amazing though, like
I'm telling you what,
triggered is like, that flash instant.
I'm telling you what, dude. 85% of people would have been out. Out.
Probably. You're losing full body control. I mean, it's
that's a TKO for sure.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is tasty. Is this yours?
Yeah. The G13 broke out the stash. I got the stash that's been kind of sitting. It's like the turf
Every
shit is
time.
out of control.
Every time this guy rolls up, I can't tell if it's from the dispensary or from his grow. And I'm telling you, it's good shit, man.
I appreciate it.
Don't hate yourself.
Well, I do for many other reasons, but.
Oh man, good things to come, man. Very good things. So, how's your forward thinking going?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's only been a couple of days, but I don't know. Find myself less in, backwards mind state and more going forward.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, for the people that don't, I mean, obviously no one else was there. We, whatever day he came over, we were working on some podcast shit or something.
Mm-hmm.
And, we were just talking about philosophy and life and shit. And, I was talking about how, generally I'm a pretty forward-thinking person and, like, just trying to think of, just planning how the future's going to go, per se, because it's like, I mean, you can't really predict the future, but, like you said on last week's episode, you can, like, put those building blocks in place to, like, keep moving forward, and that was something that I was always doing. Not just in the past, like, couple months, I've felt myself kind of more stuck in, like, a past thinking mindset, just thinking of, like, past mistakes or just things that have happened in the past, and they don't really fucking matter because it's the past now, but it's
right.
like, it's just been, like, kind of hitting me a certain way, and I'm like, I gotta get out of that mind frame, because I mean, you can learn from the past, but there's nothing good that comes from sitting in it and,
Right.
like, letting it affect you that type of way, so,
Yep.
I was really
keep
trying.
reminiscing.
Yeah, exactly. So I was really trying to, I mean, keep taking those lessons from it, but,
Mhm.
cause, I mean, it's good to, like, remind yourself of shit, but, it's not gonna sit in it, so it's kind of where I
Hell
would.
yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It's a journey, man. It's a hell of a journey. But I definitely feel that, like, you gotta take it all in. I used to like shut out emotions entirely. So to me, this might be true for a lot of people. It might be entirely false for a lot of people. But for me, emotions are a symptom of your ego. And the ego is a cancer in consciousness. It's a thing that tells you you're separate from anyone else. It makes you think that you are only you. That's what, true peace and happiness and commemoration and, like, friendship and unity. All of that comes when you look at other people as your equal.
Mhm.
When there is no bias, when there is no ego saying that I have this, or I think this.
Mhm.
It's what do we think? What do you think, and how can I? When you say what do we think, it allows you to hear what that person says and then contemplate it in a way of, like, trying to understand it in your own way.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, just allowing the new ideas to come in. You know what I mean? It's like when you're sitting there listening to somebody and you already know what you believe.
Mhm.
You're kind of shutting yourself off from the message you're getting. You know what I mean?
I make it different in basically, like, people who listen actually take in the information and they'll think about it in their own ways, like how you're explaining.
Mhm.
But people who just hear stuff, that's when they're shutting out the other ideas and other people's opinions and shit.
It's
So
like
they're just stuck in their
Well,
ways.
there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people on both sides.
It's like you ever
Yeah.
watch a movie, or a better example, you listen to a song, a song that you've known for a long time, but then one day you hear it and a certain lyric just hits you totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, holy shit! I understand what they felt.
Mm-hmm.
I understand where that's coming from.
What the message is in the song as opposed to like
The, like
the vibe.
I mean, I've watched movies time and time. It's almost like when you watch a movie as a kid and then you watch it as an adult and you're like, wow.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
All the shit, you didn't even grasp. You're like,
yeah,
this is
you know what I mean.
a whole nother level.
Gotta always stay open to change and like new perspectives. That's why I love LSD so much, is because like for me, I can go anywhere in that. Like it's just an infinite doorway. It's an infinite void with infinite doorways taking you to infinite universes. You know what I mean? And each one of those infinite universes is just a different perspective or a different state of mind, a different choice, a different environment than the one you're in when you went into the trip. You know what I mean? And that's what's so beautiful about it, is because it allows you to realize that this is just the trip too. You know? It doesn't. I really don't think that like. There's no way. All right, so energy doesn't die, right? Like. There is, annihilation can happen, but it only happens within, a very specific breakdown of, when matter meets dark matter. Whichever one with the most mass annihilates the other. So at the creation of the Big Bang, if dark matter weighed one molecule, literally one atom, larger than the matter that we all exist in, dark matter would have annihilated the matter that we exist in. Henceforth, there would have been no existence. You realize how perfect that has to be? Like we touched on that too, didn't we? How perfect was it? I was talking.
It might have been an episode or something, or I don't know.
Maybe it was when we were watching UFC.
Yeah.
How like everything had to like come in perfectly into line for all this to happen.
Yeah, to actually be where we are today. It's like
it's
just like especially we're in a row of fucking 8.5 planets if you want to count Pluto. I'll always rep for Pluto. Like out of all of those, we're the only one that is sustainable of this type of life and a natural environment. It's like all the perfect things that line up for our one planet. Out of all of those in that sequence,
I gotta be honest. I don't like how all the planets are supposedly perfectly round. And what's the planet that's a gas ball, a ball of gas? How does that work? Because they tell us. They tell us, no, not Venus. Is it Neptune?
It might be Neptune.
Yeah, I think Neptune is a ball of gas. How the fuck does that work? You can see gas explosions, like gas just separating. How is it?
Yeah, like other giant planets, Neptune is a ball of gas. The atmosphere is made of frozen methane.
Oh, okay.
Which gives the planet its blue color.
So, wait a minute. If it's a ball of gas, you can't call it a planet. Right? Because, you can't land on that. You couldn't drive through. You couldn't go through it either because of the atmosphere.
Well, yeah. I'd say there's arguably multiple planets that would be I think Mercury's one of them that its atmosphere is too fucking dangerous to land in.
Well, that's also because
Mercury's too close to the sun.
Yeah.
It will burn.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But even
or Saturn. I was thinking Saturn probably. I don't really know.
Well, I also know
I don't know. We might be able to land on Saturn.
I think it's also Jupiter. They say they can't land because of the gas storm that's going 24/7.
Oh yeah,
I think that's what I was thinking of.
they can't figure out a way to penetrate it yet. Because again, all the knowledge that we have is just what we've been told. Who knows what, they may know a little bit more about the planets than what they're willing to tell everybody. Like how you're talking about, like, we're the only planet with a living life source. But again, there's theory of aliens and shit. So they're on...
I just find it very hard to, like... It's all so...
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking factors. It's like... I mean, because if you got, like, this one planet
it's just a really good simulation.
One... Yeah, man.
Do you believe in the simulation theory?
No, I don't think it's a simulation. I think it's a collective... I think existence is it's a collective consciousness. And we're all just... Our existence is like parts of that collective consciousness experiencing itself. Because if you think about it, if God didn't... Say God never created anything, what would God do? Would sit in perpetual emptiness?
Probably.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
Or what would God be?
If it didn't have a way to experience itself, well, it would do nothing. It wouldn't exist. There would be no experience. Therefore, we are figments of that ultimate experience. Every one of us has the power of manifestation, has the power of free will. Every one of us can, at any time, stop. Think about that. At any time, you can just shut the lights out. That's something wild. Nothing else in this world can do that. That's a huge factor. Aside from being able to communicate the way we do. Think about the innovation that we've created. All of this. We are every bit of the creation as the creation as it is itself. And I think that's it, man. Like, you have your own experiences in an infinite amount. There's almost 9 billion people on the planet. That's an infinite amount of interactions in every single second of passing time. If you had nothing to experience, there would be nothing to do. So as a creator, you create a way to experience everything. Like, imagine, you remember that movie Lucy? Where she could unlock her whole brain.
Yeah. And
she just became the fabric of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of the same, you know? If you could perceive everything at the same time, what would you do then? Because you wanted to go on a bike ride? Did it? I can perceive it just as well as doing. I have the power of that. You know what I mean? You could live everything at always. So you construct some sort of dimension, whatever, call it a simulation, an algorithm, anything. You create something that will allow you to live out all of that through a period of time. You would have to create that construct. But you could, because you ultimately, you have all that. It's so hard to understand I'm sure. I'm sure it's very hard to follow me, but if you are the creator, if something created this, which when you break down even in quantum mechanics, they're realizing that it's a conscious construct. Like, these things are communicating, and they're atoms on the Planck scale here will interact with an atom on the Planck scale within light years away from us. You know, like, how the fuck does that work? But it does, because, you know, just like, it's crazy to, you know, I'm not religious, but a lot of those things are kind of spot on, because You know, they always said God created us in His image. That's exactly what the fuck I'm saying, just in a different way. Whatever this construct is, whether and it doesn't even have to be a being. It's just the consciousness itself. We're all just a part of it, but we are it. Here's another one. You are not a drop of water in the ocean. You are the ocean in a drop of water. Think about that. If God created an infinite amount of water, and that water contained an infinite amount of molecules, and we were all just a part of those molecules, we are still within that water. We are still creating the water. Mm-hmm. Without you, the water doesn't exist. Right? Mm-hmm. You are just as much as the total as you are the singular. It's when you realize that the ego dissolves. You know what I mean?
Do you microdose?
No. I really didn't. I wish I did. But yeah, dude, these are lessons, man, that could really change the world. It really could.
Or change one's mind.
Yeah.
Different thought process. Yeah. Just open up those doors.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, that's part of it. You know, like you said, if it's you're educating that one drop, then you feed out to the ocean. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. It's funny that all our fingerprints are in a circle. You know?
And they're all unique in their own way.
It's like a representation of the trial of the life, you know?
You gotta look at it.
I didn't have to look at it. I was just like, I
looked at it. There's a lot of things in life that have that pattern encircled. A lot.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
the Fibonacci sequence.
I was just gonna say
that.
They call it the Fibonacci.
It's a technical indicator you can use to predict the movement of stocks as well. It's like
interesting.
Yeah.
The golden ratio.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, how the fuck?
The Fibonacci sequence.
I don't know. I'm done. I don't want to talk any more government stock money bullshit. Fuck that. I'm gonna get real confused in this bitch.
Tyler's not right now.
Yeah. It does the job, eh? Yeah, I like it. What a good day. It's a lot better having that window open now.
Yeah, I didn't really notice it was getting stuff.
The air is kind of
Yeah.
Going through a little better. I can bring a fan. We gotta get like a airless. That's what we need. We want to know. We need one of those windless fans. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Dyson or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they don't like propel air or something. What do? They do something with air, man. It's weird. Yeah, pull that thing up. I have no. I've seen. They've been out forever. I've never had any idea how these things work.
Not bladeless fan.
Yes, bladeless.
I was about to look up fanless fan.
Yeah, look at these goddamn things. How does this work?
I thought there was still some that.
There we go. Okay. Blows air from a ring with no external fans. Its vanes are hidden in its pedestal and direct the collected airflow through a toroid, blowing a thin, high-velocity, smooth airflow from a continuous slot across the surface of the tube or toroid. Toroid, whatever the fudge. So, yeah, that's what we need, because they don't make sound. We'll just put it right there and keep good airflow going.
That's it.
Yeah, man. That's all you need.
There's a diagram showing the creation of the wind. So it spins it.
Interesting. I like that.
Yeah, like a
That's a
curb
smart
out.
idea, huh?
Yep. They're making them fans.
But is it still called a fan? It has no fans.
It's called the bladeless fans.
Yeah, buddy.
Like, I like how we still tell each other, like, roll up the window when you get in your car.
Oh
or some
yeah.
shit. You don't roll it anymore.
No,
It's
Something
been a
button.
very long time.
That always hits my mind every time when, like, it tells them to roll your window up.
What are you supposed to say? Pull up? No.
Put your window.
Push?
Close?
Close the window?
Button that window.
That doesn't seem right
Yeah.
either. Because you're not closing it. You're rise or drop.
Yeah.
That's it. Drop the window. Rise the window. That sounds weird. It
Yeah,
sounds
right.
like it sounds Russian. Raise the window. Wow, I went like Japanese on that. Terrible. That was, oh my god. Oh, let me not do
We've
that
pissed off
again.
our one Russian fan. We're sorry.
Raise the window. That's wild. What
Yeah.
would you call it?
I don't know, that's why I still just say roll up the window.
Pull up. Pull up the window. Drop top that bitch.
Bring up the window.
Doesn't
But
work.
There's also there's a trend of they tell people it's like a generational gap. They'll tell people like our age or older signal like you're gonna call someone on the phone, and we all go like
Oh
you know,
yeah,
that.
I've seen
But
those.
like they do it to kids, and they all go like this with because they they have their phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You never saw those?
I've never seen somebody go like this.
Yeah. And then they did the same thing with the take a picture. Like we'd be like, like, do that, and the kids would they'd hold their phone up, like they'd hold their hands up like that.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
I'm sure you see
Generational
that
gap.
often, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, they don't pass notes no more.
Oh god.
Oh
right,
my
they text.
God.
No.
Bro, passing notes used to be so fun. Because, like, you were always worried that somebody was going to be a dick and read it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So you're, like, watching it like a hawk, and the teacher turns around, and you're, like, trying to cross your eyes and shit. Oh,
That
man.
1 second they turned their back. Throw it.
Yep.
I've thrown out the challenge to my students, see if they can even fold a piece of paper,
Okay.
like how it used to back in the day.
Mm.
They can't.
Really?
I would have to show
You mean
them
with
every time.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Most of them could only make a football. The most
Well,
basic.
Mm.
They still have that going for them, but that's because they'll play that. But they don't know any other way, like when passing notes, like they don't do that, so they don't know how to
The
fold
football
up.
was always fun because I'd make sure that shit was tight, and then I'd just flick it. You know what I mean? Where I wanted it to go.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty good with that shit. And then even if the teacher ever caught that, you know what I mean? What are they gonna do?
Yeah, right.
Just throw it in the trash. They're not gonna think there's a you know what I mean? I'm just flicking a goddamn. They don't know what's happening. That was fun. We should get a game going in here. That'd be so fun. You know what I mean? I do my posts. I used to do them like how do I do them? Oh yeah, like this. You know what you mean? Fuck you, motherfucker. Yeah. But no, you should.
Yeah, I always did the thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could make it super hard. Yeah. This is soccer, motherfucker.
Here,
Whoa. That's how you know you're super good.
yeah.
That or you do this, and then say it's like a tie goal, so you just start bringing it down,
Oh.
start rolling the knuckles in.
Brutal. Then you get it to like right here for the last shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
let's
something.
do it. We got a piece of paper. There was a piece of paper on that table.
Maybe next time.
Oh man, had me all excited. Oh, shucks. Yeah, this been a wild week. Huh?
Yeah, this one I was gonna quit drinking.
You're quitting alcohol?
Yeah.
Good.
Take like, I don't want to say a tolerance break, but I've set a goal for the rest of May.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Taking a May off.
Yeah.
What's the goal?
Just not to have a drink throughout May.
Oh, okay. Hey, shit. We gotta do like a sober thing. Not like a sober October. No, that's already been done.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah, fuck it. They can't trademark that shit. Fuck you guys.
So we're gonna do it in October then? You want to do?
No, not October. That's when we're... Yo! The news. October 8th. Right?
8, yeah?
October 8th.
It's Friday.
Boston. We're going to see Joe fucking Rogan.
Oh, where's he performing at?
TD
Oh,
Garden.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Is that an arena?
Yes.
Yeah. It's where the Celtics and the Bruins play at.
Yeah,
We got balcony seats?
balcony
shit.
off to the left of him. $101 a piece. Dude, some tickets were like $600.
I'm sure, yeah.
But being in the arena, obviously the tickets behind him are cheaper.
So are we going to have screens too?
They gotta have screens.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've been to
We need
concert
binocs,
arenas
bro.
seats. I mean, no, it's not that high up. I've never
It's not that high?
never had a bad experience. I've seen basketball games
Yeah,
there.
it's not like it's gonna look like an amp.
Hockey
Either.
games there. I've seen concerts there. I've never had a bad experience. And I was up probably in the same seats you guys were in, because the stage was like right here, and it's kind of like off to an angle a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was still, you could hear fucking everything. You could pretty much see,
see
whatever wherever you need to. And there was like, they had screens mounted up, multiple places, and they have the big jumbotron and shit. So you can see fucking everything.
Dude, I'm stoked. You know it's going to be new shit. I know it's going to be new shit.
Yeah.
He's been working that shit too with Dave for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. What if Dave's there too?
God.
What if Dave shows up? Oh, Dave!
He might. He's been popping up.
I
a lot
haven't
of
even
shows
looked.
with him, I see.
I didn't even.
Well,
look
you
like
know
he-
there's going to be people like leading up to Joe
Yeah,
too.
no, like I haven't even seen like.
Look
Can you
this
look it
up. Look it up, please.
See?
We need to see the lineup.
They'll give us. Some
It might
screen.
not be official yet. May 8th, Joe Rogan lineup.
May 8th or October?
No, October 8th.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. October 8th.
Probably 17th.
Dave Chappelle and Joe. What was that? Where was
That was in Vegas.
Oh,
Yeah,
Or Houston.
July.
Yeah, Vegas.
gotcha. Yeah. See the line.
All right, so yeah, we're in 308.
308.
Yep.
The stage is right in the
okay.
Oh, you guys are set. Yeah, stage is right in the
Yeah,
middle.
so we're gonna be
You'll
on the
fucking
left of
set.
him.
Yeah, no, you'll be set.
Oh,
If
yeah.
he's standing right in the middle, it'll
I
be
would
like
hate to be
360 view.
anywhere back here.
That's
I feel like
Courtney
it's
was.
not even worth it.
Courtney was trying. Not Courtney. Wow. Shalon was trying to go in the back because the tickets were cheaper. Because dude, she gave me so much shit
No, fuck that.
for spending that much money.
Fuck that. Alright,
I didn't care, dude. The experience just
Let's
going.
show
The
him.
is
tour, yes. His site.
It's gonna be a good fucking night.
I can't see the fucking mouse.
Oh. Lost him.
It's gonna take us to the same site. It might not be. I mean, might not be specific.
Does TD Garden themselves have go to TD's website and Cannabis. Yeah.
View more. Go up. Go up.
Can't see the.
View more right there.
Just gonna show them background.
6-hour long comedy special. Okay, it's just a back up on him. Yeah, no, I'm saying good. You can go there. Yeah, I guess there's no more information. It might
To be
be
determined.
Yeah.
It's a little early. I mean, so
right.
you know, who knows?
Yeah.
You might be trying to find some more local people.
Yeah.
And we might have his homies fly out, whoever can be available and shit.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
What time is it? 8 p.m. We're getting there at like 5
Yeah.
or 6.
I think it would be closer to 6. Cause I actually want to leave at like 4
We better eat on the way.
or something.
I don't want to eat there. No. Because you gotta think, the show's gonna be over by 9.
$20
He's gonna do an hour.
cheeseburger.
Maybe an hour and a half. But we'll be out of there by 10 o'clock. I'd rather
Can't
just
wait.
eat on the way. I don't want to eat there, dude. It's gonna be so fucking expensive.
Oh yeah. I mean, anywhere in the city.
Yeah.
There's like cheap pizza places around and shit, but
No parking.
Yeah, we
Well,
tried that last time.
you
That
can
did
get
not work.
parking.
Sean got so mad at me. I don't know why.
Hangry.
What's the name of that?
Yeah.
Morgan Mark Garage. Check this out.
You're gonna make sacrifices. I'm like, I'm making the sacrifice. I'm taking you where I got food poisoning. I'm like, shit.
Alright, so this parking garage, right? It's on Stewart Street, which is like 4 blocks. Well, I mean, you basically want to take the T from here. So you park there. I mean, there's the T right there and right
Yeah.
there. There's multiple locations. You just hop on it straight to TD Garden. And, it's like $20. It might be more now, but the last time I was out there, it was like $20 for fucking all the time I needed for the concert and shit. Like anytime I go to Boston and need the park, that's the fucking spot. They always have. I mean, you might have to drive all the way to the top, but they always got
Right
someone.
right off Boylston.
Yep.
I can remember that because I grew up on Boylston Street for a time.
It's right off the pike too.
Not Boylston, Boston, but
Yeah, I mean it's really easy to get there too. I mean, especially I mean it depends on the way you go, but a lot of times they'll take you through Storrow Drive and you just pop through, and you come down one of these streets and you're fucking right there. And yeah, it's a quick T ride. I mean, it can be pretty packed, but it's and you get your parking and stuff.
I would say, look at that. There's just food at the corner, but you're saying you don't want to eat there.
Well, yeah, no, there's plenty. I mean, there's like cheap pizza places.
Davio.
I went to college.
They better be thick.
So I
I
went
like
to
that
college
thick
right
fucking
here.
pizza. I hate thin crust.
That's where I went to college, so I used to stay. The fuck is it? Oh, it's on Stewart Street.
Leather district.
Oh yeah, right here. Where the apartments were.
It's right on Tyler Street.
Yep, right on the corner.
You live down on the corner of Tyler Street.
Yep. I know. I was always planning to steal the sign, but it was too high up.
Right in Fairpoint, there was a sign, Zachary Ave. It's my brother's name.
Oh yeah.
For his 18th birthday, I went and stole it. Gave it to him.
Yeah, I wanted that sign so fucking bad, but it was so high up, and I'm like, I have to get a person involved, and it was pretty.
But there's a Melrose.
This place should set you up right and get you parked and fucking you don't have to
Thank
worry
you.
about
Yeah.
all that shit. And you might have time to stop, get a slice of pizza. It's really good fucking pizza places right there. New York pizza and there's Boston Kitchen Pizza, and both of them are fucking good. I mean, bunch of
Didn't
spots.
even mention Davio's.
Well, I don't even know where that is.
Oh, it was right there.
Oh, was it? I've never been
Yeah.
there.
Oh.
I was going for like the cheap college food vibe.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Cheap college food.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you do what you gotta do, man.
Yep. Yeah, they actually, because I was living off campus, so they had like a dining, program on campus. But for everyone that lived off, they gave us $500 back because it was like a 20-minute fucking walk just to get some food or go to your classes and shit. So yeah, I spent that all on weed basically, fucking immediately. So I had to live off like ramen and cheap pizza for a while. I'm like, man, I shouldn't have spent all that money on weed.
No, I definitely did that when I was to Ohio for college.
Oh yeah.
It was Giorgio's. Does that ring a bell?
Giorgio's pizza.
Something like that. It has a $5 pizza.
Oh, you
pre-cooked cheese and
get the
pepperoni.
whole pizza?
Yeah, just
Oh,
$5.
Damn.
And it was right around our apartment complex, so we fucking lived off of that pizza and ramen.
That's funny as fuck. Yeah.
And it wasn't bad. It was thick crust, nice and chewy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds
And, when we go down to Ohio if we have enough time. We'll stop in St. Clairsville. We'll go to the mall. I want to take you to this place called Fabio's Pizza.
I think you've told me about it before.
Bro, best pizza I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Hands fucking down.
Where's it at?
In the Ohio Valley Mall.
Oh, okay.
In St. Clairsville, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Bro, it's family owned. The guy who started it like 30 years ago, he's been in the same spot in the mall
Really?
forever, like since the opening. Still runs the place.
I hope COVID did.
He's a fucking he's good.
Still good?
Rock
He's
solid.
good.
Okay.
He's good. Oh my god, he's
I mean, if
good.
you've been there for 30
Bro,
years, you got a solid customer.
His dude, the crust is like this thick, and it's just dude, they put so much on it, and it's all freshly made. Like they have the pizzas out for you to see it, but that's not like they don't do it like Antonio's, or they take it off of there. No.
Yeah, and then they make that shit fresh in the
bro.
back and then
It's
lace it up. Those are just some
nice.
display ass pizzas.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even fuck with that.
Dude, their calzones.
Oh,
You know how you get like a calzone, it's like way too fucking greasy.
Oh yeah.
Theirs is like they have just enough grease, but like all the meat is fresh. You know what I mean? It's like it's just nice. It's juicy. You know what I mean? But it's like
I think a lot of
it's all
places
right.
don't like find
It's
a way
right,
to like get, because I mean you're cooking, especially you have like meat inside, like pepperoni and shit. They don't have a way to like get it out other than like because there's a thick bread. So, like,
Yeah,
you got,
right.
Like I feel like some places you do it right. They like they have a way to get that shit out. They,
Oh,
like,
right,
Holes in
they-
the bottom or something.
they always put like the 3 slices in it too, so that like
man.
when it's done, if it is greasy, dude, bro, they can get that right
Yeah,
out of it
yeah.
too. I mean,
Man,
yeah,
make me hungry.
it's good, dude. We'll
Some places might pre-cook the meat. They like aren't greasy.
Maybe.
Just
I really love their pizza though.
First one.
like you're doing a quick sweat of the meat before you shove it in there.
Yeah, that meat be sweating.
Yeah, buddy. Is this even picking everything up? We've been getting sound, bro. I had the volume turned off.
Bro, where the fuck is it? Oh, it's gonna go this way.
We did that last time though, and it still seemed fine.
Is it all the way up now?
Yeah.
It still looks the same.
Okay, then we're good.
I mean, I'm seeing obviously more space now, but yeah. I mean,
Alright.
it's got to pick something up all the way down, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably not the best.
Might
I mean,
have
worst
to-
case scenario, we'll get the audio right. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so next episode, we're having a guest, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to give it away yet. It's gonna be a surprise. It'll be our first guest. I'm not exactly sure who yet though. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Do we want do we want fun and well, it's gonna be fun either way, but I shouldn't say, do we want like hilariousness, or do we want
Education.
or do we want to like actually talk depth with somebody? Because like I can get my dad in here and listen, his ideas are out there, you know what I mean? But it's like that whole like opening your mind kind of thing. It's really interesting to listen to his kind of perspective. He's had an interesting life. I mean, he's helped me become who I am. So there's that, or I can bring in my buddy Ant. He's super fun, funny dude. Fucking, we'll get wicked baked. Have a good time. I mean, with my dad, we're gonna get super baked too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're
What
gonna
do you
do
guys?
both. I mean, obviously have both at some point.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just like,
everyone's coming on.
I don't know.
We'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
But hey, question, Damien,
Yes.
you met Jules.
Jules.
She was there.
Tall,
Yeah.
with the long coat, black coat.
Maybe.
She's the singer in a band.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's Jules.
Yes. I told her, I was like, you have a beautiful soul. Dude, like, as soon as I seen this woman, I was like, wow. Like, She is unique and like just some really awesome energy, man.
You'll meet her. But yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta.
Now that you've met her.
Yeah, I showed her the podcast. She was like, "That's Jesse." You know, she was like, "He actually talks. He's usually so shy."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, he does great. We have a blast in there."
Yeah.
Yeah, I met her boyfriend. We were listening to music and stuff. Well, not really listening to music, but he showed me their music on Spotify. I followed him on Spotify and stuff.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll meet her.
Oh yeah, she is super cool, man.
Oh my God, you picking her brain and her theories, philosophies, conspiracies. She's big into the conspiracies and shit.
I want to do a deep dive on this whole new like generation of conspiracies. Let's do like a run, like, you know, instead of just episode 008, you know, or 00 or 015. How about 015 with the quotation, you know, conspiracy theories, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at with, like, the, you know, I forget if it was last time or the time before, with, like, getting better with our descriptions and, like, trying to remember what we talked about, like, right after, just write it down. Because we could, you know, do both, like, put something in the title, that, you know, because that's going to catch people more, and then, you know, be for your description, that gives, like, a better broad idea of what the episode's about. You know, I tried to do like a little bit better with them the past couple of weeks, but
hey, here's another idea. Because to go along with that, basically picking topics that we could cover for each episode. But every week we just all pick up or think of a topic. So there'd be 3 topics for that each episode we can break down.
That's nice too. Yeah. I'd say doing both things. I mean, have something to come with, and then just recap like on the other stuff maybe as well. And, just write it down.
To make it really completely unirrelevant, if we did one of conspiracies, say I pick stories of childhood, breaking bones or something like that, just like a wild topic.
We'll just like do like an hour of conspiracy, and then like do like but we pick our own like, you know, our own hours. And then cover those for that.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So we're talking about getting into, you know, like an actual production. So like with that, you know, we're gonna need to have our, you know, 15 minutes of just us bullshitting in the beginning, and then break down into the first segment. Second segment, you know, take a bathroom break. There's 2.5 hours, or, you know, almost 2.5 hours. Take a bathroom break, you know, come back in. Break down our last segment, then do like a half an hour of us bullshitting, or, you know, whatever, just to break it out. Right there, dude, we're looking at 3.5 hour episodes. If that's going to be the case, we're going to need to break them down anyway, because people are going to want to watch that. Not maybe upload the whole video, but at least in description, give like timestamps, and then in description say like this hour time, you know, we're covering conspiracy, and then in this hour time, we're talking about. Electric motor cars, you know, or, you know, hydrogen deficiencies, or, you know, whatever, stupid shit, whatever the fuck it is. And then like this episode, we'll have like Unirrelevant Podcast, like when we have guests, guest episode number 1. You know what I mean? And then, you know, like, and here's another thing I noticed in a lot of titles, they'll make certain words in full caps, like, you know, like in COD games, cheater. Because when people, all you have to do is look up cheater. You know, if somebody looks up COD cheater, the odds of you popping up right there are bigger. You know what I mean? The odds of them clicking on yours is larger, because you put it in caps. It seems like, oh, it's for sure. You know what I mean? It is a cheater. You know, they know what they're talking about. Whatever it might be. You know what I mean? So if we use stuff like that as well, like, what would you call it? What's the word for that? Thumbnails?
Well, no, I was saying, like, the thumbnail's like the picture that displays, like, you know, what the video's about, and, like, you know, if you're talking about, like, the COD videos and stuff like that, they use just the most absurd, it's like, just, they're always screaming in the picture, and they have, but it always works, they have, like, the fucking bright, you know, large letters and shit.
Yeah, we gotta do that
But
too.
it
I
works,
definitely
though.
see that for podcasts. Like they'll have like the silhouettes, and they're always in like the most hilarious position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then it'll say like a little, like a clip, like a sound bite, but it's written out in funky letters and stuff. Yeah, for sure, stuff like that to draw out. And that's another thing we gotta work on. Like video, photo editing, and stuff like that. I mean, we definitely have. We have the software to do it.
Yeah.
We definitely do. In the director, dude, I get emails. I see the emails all the time. They have like YouTube specific podcast templates. Where,
Really?
yeah, dude, they have all kinds of shit in there, where you literally just import it and fucking pick the section that you want it to. You're gonna put it in one of the channels, and then it covers over. You know what I mean? Like you can do all different kinds of stuff. Like do like slow-mos where like slow it down, and then where we could like say we want to put a clip in where we change the view to like me making a stupid face at somebody. Like what I mean, we can just in that moment we're gonna make that face and then go right back into the moment. You know what I mean? Just like silly little stuff to make it more cinematic. You know what I mean? For the people who are sitting there watching.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's all kinds of cheat codes with that thing, man. It's super easy. From the descriptions, anyway. You just gotta check out the emails.
Yeah, I don't get the email and shit.
Yeah, you do. They're in the emails of the podcast. Our
Yeah,
podcast.
I don't know. I haven't seen them. Yeah.
They're in there.
I mean, listen, man. I'm trying to learn it.
No, I'm just telling you.
I
Man.
understand.
So.
Yep. How long have we been going now? When did we start?
It's been about 2.5 hours, maybe. No, right? Yeah, 2.5. Hey, man, we're getting better at this. I don't even feel like it's been that long. What else do we got? Fucking, oh, I had this wild dream the other day. And it's still really vivid to me. So, I noticed that the moon was getting really close to Earth. The moon was coming down Earth. So I get on my bike, and like, my next perception in the dream is I'm coming down the mountain, Mount Tom, on my bike, and going, as I'm going into a bend, the moon is like getting very close to touching. And then somehow my perspective changed again to where I was like the same size as the moon. And as I got to the bottom of the hill, like, I went to look at the moon touching the earth, and I realized that the moon was actually Earth, and like all of its dust from being stuck in space started to like crumble back off of it. And as soon as like it touched Earth, like as soon as it went, I woke up. It was so weird. I woke up like so confused. It was a very strange dream.
Yeah. How long ago was this?
2 nights ago. Yeah. Pretty wild. I don't usually have dreams like that anymore.
How long would you say that dream felt like it lasted? A minute, 30 seconds?
Long enough for me to ride down Mount Tom on my bike. Well, even a little bit longer than that, because I also, like, I looked up and I noticed the moon was coming in, and like I got on my bike, and then my next perception was I was coming down the mountain, and then it changed again. I was like the same size of it. It was so weird. But
Do you ever look up your dreams?
I used to when I was younger, but I don't know. I think I have a good depiction of my dreams. I don't like to think too far into them.
No.
I save that for when I'm tripping. For real though. So when you're tripping, you can like really look into what it is in so many different ways. You're not stuck by the present state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I got you, bro. I got some shrooms for you.
Word.
$30.
For how much? Well, we'll talk about that.
It's a joke. We're just joking.
Obviously.
To clarify.
Everything that's on this podcast is
it's completely unirrelevant.
Or for educational purposes only. We participate in all
fun.
jokes. Yep.
Just participate in
Jokes
fun, man.
Yep.
You know? You like my honk?
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
It's in a good spot.
It is. It's not going anywhere now. I got it tied in there. With the clip. It was gifted to me. Yeah, from someone I'm no longer close to, but it's strange. Cause I kind of like went through. The Ankh signifies the portal to the afterlife. It was a scepter held by Anubis, carry the souls once they got there. It's the scales and then pretty cool.
That is.
So, as you see, the one on my arm, you might not be able to see it on the camera, but I got it. Actually, it's me.
Yeah.
I get it.
We went on a tattoo date.
Mine's broken.
Mm.
Because I feel like today's society has lost the connection to everything else. You know, ego is taking control. Ego is cancer.
Yeah, I mean, as in so many ways.
Think
Even
about
just
it.
social media and stuff. It's like it's our own like, portrayed egos and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I try to like, separate my participation from it because it's like I just see all these people and they've got these fake facades going on and they're all lying about, oh, I'm making all this money or I'm doing all this shit, but you're just posting a picture and fucking.
Right.
It's like
Like,
I'm not gonna share what I don't live. So.
I feel like the world would be a lot better place if the value of if someone's soul was based upon the deeds they did, instead of, how much shit they can sell or
Material.
Or own, or
right,
especially
like,
media materials.
Like that movie with Adam Sandler, Mr. Deeds.
Oh yeah.
That is such a good representation because even though he was the most rich, one of the richest guys in that movie, the richest guy.
Yeah.
He still like his heart was taking care of people.
Yeah. Still
and
the whole time.
he won the girl. The value came, the love came from taking care of people, not, the money.
Yeah.
So
Very
it was.
true.
That's like that's a good representation I'm talking about. It'd be a much better world.
And Tyler, you don't have any tattoos, right?
I just have one.
You have one?
Yeah, my butt cheek.
Let me guess. It says your name.
No, it's a tribute to my father who passed away in 2012.
That's cool.
It's basically every time he used to drop me off, we'd say goodbye, and his phrase was like, take it easy. So, kind of, he has that tattoo.
Yeah, I didn't know you had that.
I like
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a wild experience. So we had to go to. I was 16 at the time, so I had to go to Connecticut to get it done. And this lady is fucking batshit crazy, like.
Oh, I bet.
And so she got this like phone call in the middle of it. And she literally just started screaming back and forth with this dude about some supplies, that they had sold back and forth to each other. And she was like, "You come here right now, I'm gonna fuck you up in this parking lot, dude." She was like this big ass. She was a big. She was a big lady. Yeah, she's like, "Pull up right now, I'll fuck you up." She's like, "I ain't got shit going on." She's in a professional tattoo shop, like
in the middle of giving a 16-year-old child a tattoo.
Yeah.
I ain't got shit going on. I'll fuck you up.
Oh, wow.
What's hilarious though is somehow, so my girlfriend was there with me at the time. She went through that whole experience with me and then thought it was a good idea for her and her father to go to that same tattoo artist and get tattoos done.
Wow.
And we're angry when they didn't come out well. I'm like, I mean, mine
Dude,
came out
you
fine for fucking lettering and shit. You know, it's like,
Do you ever want to get more?
I do.
Yeah.
In the future,
Yeah.
just not someone psycho like that, and definitely someone, really professional and
Right.
who's skilled. And I know that's gonna cost me like $600 to
Bro, I
grand
got
for what I want to fucking
My
get,
dude
so.
Rome can hook you up, bro.
Word.
Yeah.
See that out in Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your neck shit.
Yeah,
and
dude,
he's got
300 for that.
It's not bad.
That's half of my neck.
Yeah, facts.
Dude,
That's huge, bro.
the first person who tattooed me was some cokehead. He almost fucked it up.
Okay.
It's this one. And I don't know if you can see it, but
Not very well. Okay.
that little bit of red.
Mm.
I actually wanted the words love in red. So when he was going about, he picks up his gun. He's like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "What?" Because it's my first tattoo. It's permanent. Like, would
And
you
he
fuck
says,
up?
oh shit.
Yeah. He's like, "I forgot to do the love in red." And he's like, "Well, I can do a little red like shading over or under it." I'm like, "Do that." There's nothing you can do now. You already did it in black.
Yeah.
Would he just do the L?
I think he got to the O.
Oh.
Yeah, like it
Could have
was
just
already-
done the V in red.
Not right.
I didn't mind
Like
it,
V for Vendetta.
but if you actually look at the line work, it's not the greatest. But
Oh,
then
man.
a couple years later, I found out he was just a big cokehead. I'm like, that explains
yeah,
it.
that's
Because
okay.
going through talking about it, he's drawing it out and shit. Well, I drew it out and gave it to him, but he's gonna redraw it and stuff. He's like, yeah, this might, take a half hour, so $75 or whatever. It was like their minimum charge,
Mm.
and then he was done in 15 minutes.
Wait, so you went to a professional shop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a professional shop in Hadley.
That's terrible.
Yeah, they don't exist anymore.
Makes
They
sense.
closed in a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of what one of my fears has been. I'm like, I'm definitely not going back to another crazy, lady like that. I mean, luckily my shit wasn't fucked up because it's easy enough to do some lettering. Especially we already provided provided everything. You just had to fucking do it on me.
Yeah. Stencil it and put it
Yeah,
on.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep. Yeah, I was a little nervous going to my dude because, I didn't see the tattoo before I got there, and he showed me the idea. I mean, I gave him a really good description of what I wanted, and as soon as I seen it, I was pretty happy with it. So.
Which one is this? Your neck?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you like it?
That wasn't your first, right?
No.
Yeah.
What? That was my last one.
Oh, just getting the add-on. Or when you first did the pyramids.
My first tattoo was that. Can't you tell?
I always forget. You got how many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, see, so I lose track every now and
Oh,
then. That's why I just wanted to clarify.
I think I got them all in.
None of
Wait,
them.
did I count this one?
Yeah, you started with
Oh,
that
okay,
one.
yeah. Yeah. It's a wild story how I got that, man. I'll save that for another one.
Yeah, we can do a tattoo topic. Even though we covered some of it. I want another session. It's been a while.
Yeah, no, I'd love to talk about, my ideas of the tattoos. It's pretty cool. Every one of my tattoos means something to me. You know what I mean? I never got something stupid.
Yeah.
Except for the 94, which I did myself.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Yep. I did this myself, too. In that little triangle.
Okay.
Yeah. I had a gun, so...
Yeah, I'm bound to use it.
Yeah, I was living with my buddy Kyle at the time, and his girlfriend, Kirsten, bought a gun. She was half decent at drawing, I guess, and she wanted to start tattooing. So she got the gun, maybe touched it twice, and it sat in my cousin's room, and he used it more than she did. So I went in there one day and fucking started using it.
Yeah.
I almost bought a gun at one point. I think I was out in Ohio when I actually really thought about it. In college, they're cheap.
What stopped you?
I think money.
Mm.
It's one of those just wishing look up. Like when people go like window shopping. Just to look at shit like, oh, I want to buy that. I'm not going to, but I want to.
I feel like they gave me way more than 25.
Yeah, I think so. There was a.
Maybe it was a 50 count.
I
They're
think
just
they
like,
just. I think they just throw them in there with reckless abandon.
yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's one of those
That thing was stacked.
things. Yeah, that thing
Yeah.
was thick as fuck.
There's still 2, 4, 6, 8. There's still 8 left. I've eaten at least 10 in the past hour.
I probably had like 5 or 6.
Maybe you have.
4.
Okay, maybe. Maybe it was it.
Maybe there was
25.
exactly 3. Oh, cool. Hungry for some regular food after we were talking about that calzone and pizza and shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we still got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I've been in this a good while.
Yep. 2 hours.
Probably find it good to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Good.
it's been real.
Coming
Yes,
from
it is.
the
Real
tick,
unrelevant.
the stick, and the thick.
Yep. Going at you.
That's awesome.
Alrighty. Later.
Peace.
See ya!